Coach, what's going on?
What's up?
Hey, sorry to take up your family time. I know it's been, but listen, man. You know, we did a search from coast to coast, and I can tell you, man, after a lot of deliberation, a lot of emotions, you're the best person for our job. Want to be a Knight again?
Let's get it done, Terry.
UCF, welcome back, Scott Frost.
But the man is back in Orlando. I am rooting for this to work.
You hired a guy who understands what he's working with at UCF.
You got a guy who appreciates the spot, who understands and knows the spot.
I think I'm more intrigued about UCF than any of these coaching hires because here's the truth. He can build and win that conference.
Today's a wonderful day for UCF football as we welcome back Scott Frost. His unwavering love for UCF makes his homecoming much more than a return to the sidelines. It's a reunion of the energy, the vision, the determination that unites us all as Knights. With that said, I'm excited to reintroduce and welcome back your next head football coach, Scott Frost.
And I'm thrilled to be back. It was hard for me to leave. It was emotional. You know, when you're climbing the ladder of success in life, sometimes they forget to tell you to stop when you're happy. Someday, if my legacy is to help this place get from where it was to be viable contender for a lot of things, then that's great with me. And I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work and get the right people in here to do those things.
To see Coach Frost here the second time, see his personality, it's awesome. I can't think of another coach I'd rather be coaching for, and I'll do the best job I can to help him be successful.
Coach Frost getting to be the most authentic version of himself is awesome because he's already a great dude to be around. He's having fun. You get to see him have a smile on his face every day. It's cool to see your friends do that too. Not just the guys that you work with, not just your boss, but you get to see your friend having fun. That's pretty cool.
Hey, welcome back. Everybody happy to be back? Lucky enough to get a chance to come back and lead this thing again. So buckle up, it's going to be a fun ride.
Here we go, halftime, jog it in, jog off the field, jog off. You got 4 minutes, halftime.
The biggest thing in this day and age is you got to respect the scenario that we are all in. It's new. That's not a very profound statement, but it's the truth in terms of the new staff and new players, and respect the newness of it.
But even in that, you have to have good communication, a common goal, and a lot of work ethic. For me, that's never changed. Whether they get here for 3 months of training, whether they're here for 4 years of training, you have to develop relationships with these guys.
I think probably the biggest challenge other than recruiting in the portal is taking a bunch of guys that are now getting compensated for what they're doing, a new team every year with players that people have never met before, and taking a group of individuals and turn them into a team. So we're going to spend a lot of time in the weight room, in the team room, trying to build a team out of a collection of people.
They want relationships. I think all young people want to work hard. They want to be held accountable. But mostly they want to know that you care and that you're there to help them be successful. It's not the other way around. There's no national championship ring that says strength and conditioning. It's football. So helping these guys with their individual goals, whether that be, physically or mentally or spiritually, that's our job, and we get the first crack at them.
I know you're tired. I understand that. I know you're sore. I understand that. That doesn't matter. Football doesn't care.
It's not going to be coaching effort at all. If you want it, you're going to get it. And if you don't, if you show up not ready, what's going to happen? This is getting closer to NFL junior, right? Okay? They're not going to babysit you guys. And this is not me being mean. They're just gonna get rid of you, okay? And you can still have a great relationship, but this is a business, right?
Welcome to college football in 2025. It's different than it was 5 years ago. Okay, we're not going to complain about it. We're just going to attack it. Everyone talks about being a business. It doesn't have to be a bad business. So the reality is you just got to be organized.
All right, hey. Pay attention. You're ready to go. Feet on the floor. Hey, here we go! Coverage principle that lives in the base of how we cover punts and how we cover kicks.
The winter is super important because this is the work that we're doing where no one's really paying attention. That's going to come to light at some point. Now that work might come to light for some guys in spring, and that work might come to light when we're actually playing on college football Saturday and in front of a home crowd and getting an opportunity to get after people.
We good? All right, man, we'll see you on the field. ST on the ready. Ready!
The winter's really where it all starts. That's quarter one. There's 4 quarters in a year, and the winter's the most important right now because it is right now. It is the winter.
Let's make sure we're going as fast as we can. If we're doing lightweight, it has to be with full intent.
Personally, it feels like we never left. These guys just love working hard and they love straining. They love pushing themselves. Anytime where you can create an environment of, safely, but pain and suffering, that's when people unite. They unite under a common goal, and when that common goal is hard work, they learn how to grab the guy to their right and the guy to their left because they need help. That's what creates some stability and some depth within your team.
Starting on your stomach.
Get the team to be around each other and become cohesive units and be able to have that family type of relationship is really hard. And when the guys are in the weight room and they're sweating and doing the conditioning and things like that, that's when you have a chance to kind of develop the character a little bit more.
I think number one is, there's nothing we can do or call we can make that can compromise for deficiencies in size, speed, effort, and physicality. So as you talk through the off season, if you're not careful, you kind of fast forward through that default. And so Coach DeVoe in the weight room and putting those guys in situations, sometimes it's just doing hard things. And so I think that is critical as we work through this process, creating a scenario where, big, fast, strong, and physical, and then putting the guys in a situation that they can go reap the benefits of that.
We're gonna train every different phase of it. Does that make sense? Okay? But that is what you're gonna get good at. What screwed you up? Your brain. It's just your brain. Did you have the ability to do it? Yes. Your brain screwed you up. You had to let your brain go. So we'll get really good at it, right? But that is conditioning for power. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I don't need 80%. I need 100%. 100% of the time when you're playing. When you're resting, it's time to rest. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Call it up. Great job.
Bring it up.
Hey, guys.
Hey, trenches on me. Trenches on 3. 1, 2, 3. Trenches.
Hey, at this point, the gains that you guys, hopefully you can feel it, the gains you made in the weight room and with speed and everything is really good. But now it really turns mostly to football, and our concentration's got to be football. We make our bodies better, then we get better on the field with technique, with discipline, with team, okay? Can we come together as a team and accomplish what the parts of this team should equal? That's a question. You guys with me? I hope you guys believe this, because I'm not just saying this up here as a coach. How hard are we going to work in spring ball? How dedicated to it are we going to be? How much do we want? That's really what it comes down to.
This is probably the most important spring that Scott Frost is going to have, because it's building the foundation of this team and keeping the foundation as you move forward.
Everybody get excited about the first 2 weeks. I don't want guys that are just excited about the first 2 weeks or the first week of spring practice. I want guys excited day 11. You're still willing to do the work. You're still willing to get in there and grind. That's where it really shows itself.
This is one of those springs where you really have no idea what you're going to get out of it. There's a lot of unknowns with this football team. There's a lot of question marks.
You understand what I'm saying? When we come out on this field, this is sacred ground. We get after it on this field. Get to your next spot. Here we go. Hey, work on me, work on me. 1, 2, 3.
Spring's about competition, teaching for us from a coach's standpoint, and then competition for the kids.
Stay true to your read. Here we go. Here we go.
And as much as we're competing with one another, I want it to be a team-based mentality, so guys are caring about each other.
Hey, if you score, I got you. Okay? If you score, I got you. Always. Baby! Nelson, let's go. Nice win, stay inside. Left, baby! Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Listen up real quick. We're learning how to practice. This is day 1. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is a little bit of shock for some of you guys that are newer, younger, right? No big deal. Let's learn from our mistakes as we move forward. We're gonna make some mistakes, but when we make mistakes, let's do it 100 miles an hour. Okay, love y'all. Let's get it up. Let's get a break.
Come on, y'all, boys. Let's go.
We're in a good spot, boys. Let's
Finish.
go. Let's finish today. Finish on 2. 1, 2. Finish. All right, stop 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
It's kind of a mix of patience and teaching. I mean, a lot of guys come out of high school are some of the best athletes around. So, they're used to being the fastest or the biggest and the strongest. But playing DB is a little bit different. Guys got to have technique. Guys got to be mentally and physically prepared. So, the number one thing we really got to do is teach these guys how to be college DBs.
Effort. Go! You had this. Why stop? Where's your butt, though? We want you to go on this field. We want you. Pineapple point.
We got 39 left before the first game. We got to take advantage of every one. Okay? Use this chance to rest. We got to come together as a football team. Keep learning how to fight. Learn how to fight. All right? Fight them.
Carson, man, get a break.